Right, hello and welcome back to my another Guts and Blackpowder video. And this time I'm going to rate a I'm going to do a tier list. That's it. It's tier list and I'm just going to be rating them all from best, which will be A, till the worst, which will be the E. Or I think A means amazing, right? Best. I don't know what C stands for, but it's neutral. I don't know. I don't know what it stands for. But still, basically, let's just say that this will be number one, right? Like like epic, you know, best. 50-50. Then there will be decent, and then this will be basically awful. So let's do this. So let's do this thing, and starting off with the map Copenhagen, I think, which is the newest Swedish map. And let me just tell you, it's pure hell. And this is like a pure hell out of 10, like. And the way, what you have to do in this, right? You need to go, you need to first break open a lock, then you go through the basement to roll over a barrel to get planks, to build a ramp, to go straight over from the rooftops, and then there's like a small decision where the map changes a little. You can go through the window, the plank will be there, so the plank will go through the window, and then you can go through a house, or you can go through the rooftop, which will have like the broken bridge inside of the roof, in the rooftop, like a ceiling, if I'm correct. And you will go through there, and that's basically like those. And this is like the small two choices, and personally, I enjoyed the second choice, but let's continue. So after you go through one of these two options, you will go through a window which leads downstairs. Well, not downstairs, it leads to the ground where you have the water pumps to put down a fire in the attic, and you have a rope as well. So you have to climb the rope and you have to go to the attic. And in total, I've counted that it takes 12 buckets of water, right? Like one bucket. Fuck. It takes 4 buckets, 4 full buckets in total, right? The one bucket has 3 waters in it, so it takes in total 12 waters, which means 4 buckets. And you go to the attic and you put down the fire, and then you go through the attics again after the fire is put away. There's a respawn also, so the rest of the team can be respawned. You make your way from the attic to go into living room, which you have to then defend the whole house and your whole team. And it's a very much pain in the ass because the barrels are gonna spawn, but it gets much worse. And you will then have to leave and then have to shoot a barrel at the end, which basically puts out the ship in there, and you have to cross the ship to get on the other side. Okay, you cannot stay on it because it will kill you. And after you cross the river, you have to make your way to the boat, or is it ship? No, it's a boat. So you go to the boat, you have a cannon in there, you have the swap and round shots. And if you don't have a sapper till this point, well, good luck on this part, because you will be in much more trouble than anything. Because you not only have to defend the boat, like at least it's great. Okay, it's great that that there will be no barrel exploders climbing on the boat, which is 10 out of 10 already. Like seriously, that was very great that they didn't spawn, but the end gets worse. And what do I mean by this? Well, there's a whole British people, and they use canister rounds from the cannon to literally tear you to pieces. So if you don't have a sapper or a medic, good luck. Good luck on that, because you get torn to shreds, literally. So after you defeat the ship, which I believe takes 5 normal round shots, or probably 4, I'm not sure, I forgot already. You have to kill the remaining zombies and you win, unless the rest of the team got cooked. And this is really struggling, so I'm not saying that I did not enjoy the map. It's definitely challenging, I love challenge, but this was too much. So I'm gonna put it to D tier. Sure, we have like our own differences, and at least it did some sort of good job. But at the same time, when the map came out, you also have like these voice lines, and they are also very annoying. Sure, they are supposed to be helpful, but people are just spamming them. I will review this game afterwards, after I finish this, so don't worry. Berezina. So this is a holdout mission, or how do you say it in English? Jesus Christ, holdout mission, and you have to build a bridge. So I already forgot how many rounds it takes exactly to build the whole bridge. But if you don't have at least more than 10 people, you are probably screwed. And I will go through each tactic probably in a different video as well. So you have to build a bridge, but that's not the only thing you have to be worried about. There's tons of zombies spawning in the water and also on the ground from the cemetery next to the church. And besides the zombies, you have to worry about the cold. The cold will freeze you to death after a certain amount of seconds. And I'm not saying that this is bad. It's actually a very interesting concept to freeze to death, or to actually build a bridge. But I would prefer like a... You know what, probably in a different video it is then. But if you don't have a medic as well, or probably a the chaplain, the churchman, you can be screwed pretty easily. So yeah, all you have to do is build a bridge to get across. But after you build a bridge, you will see like 2 horses coming across real fast, and also a wagon. But the wagon gets stuck. Or not stuck. The part of the bridge breaks down, and you have to rebuild it. So if you think you've won, you didn't. You have to rebuild the bridge, like small of a section, thankfully. And after you repair it, you are then able to get the achievement. I forgot the name already, because I don't have a script. So overall, I actually enjoyed this map. It was very interesting, also challenging. I loved it. So C tier it is. And yeah, let's go to the catacombs. So this is the Paris. Obviously, Paris been overrun. You play mainly as the French people, and you go through the catacombs. You make sure that you will get across, but first you need to get a key. So you get a key from across the entire like room, a couple of meters away. You kill a zombie to get a key. Then you open the door with the key. You go through. You then see like bars where you will be next, and you continue moving through. After you go through the other side, you will have to tear down a wall with the help of a sledgehammer, which is straight up next to the bars. And after you tear down the wall, you go up, and you will have to face a horde of zombies in there. And this also includes the barrel explosive dudes as well. So yeah, after you fight them off for a certain amount of time, if you don't have a sapper, then good luck, by the way. So after you fight them, and after a certain amount of time, you will then be able to go through, and you then fight your way out. You shoot a log or cut it with your hammer, and cut it with your hammer? What? Cut it with your sword, and you will go and you will climb a ladder on a surface, of course, already. And after you go there, also I forgot that your team spawns again, the ones that died. So after you climb over the ladder, you will see like a NPC, and this is a holdout as well. You have 2 cannons, you have a canister rounds, you have a swab as well. And if you have a sapper, you will need a lot of barricades to actually properly secure the fact that there will be a huge horde, a very large horde. But the thing that I mainly enjoy about it is the music. It feels epic, epic choice, and that's probably what keeps the morale up. I will talk about it in a different video as well. So, oh yeah, did I forget to mention, the NPC will say you have to hold it out and for a certain amount of time. And after the bell rings, if you have died and you are in spectator, you will see the horses at the front outside the church door, and they will be actually leaving. So whoever that NPC is probably alive. Probably. Because the horse left. But after you defend for a certain amount of time the Paris, you will then have to jump on a boat, which a couple of people break their legs every time, and it's funny. And you get the achievement from, I forgot which one, but you get the achievement if you did not died. So overall, this makes you feel very epic, and it's very great. 8 here. Then you have Cob. So Cob is a you have to collect certain things and then put it onto the wagon and push the wagon through. But first you have, but after you gather the resources, you will push the wagon and then make your way down to the basement where you fight zombies. Then you go through the other side to get like muskets and candles and whatever else I forgot in a certain room, and then you will have to reload. Then you will have to reload the Kanonkula, or the round shot, and then you shoot the cannon to break down the door, and then you put the rest of the stuff onto the wagon. And also 2 people need to break down a barricade, or not break down, to pull it out. So after the barricade is pulled down, you pull your cart through, and at the same time a lot of zombies are spawning in. So if one of you dies, it's gonna be a problem in as it continues, basically. So after you push the wagon, you will then have to shoot down a barricade with the cannon on a round with the help of a round shots. And if you don't have a sappers, then good luck, mate. Good luck. If you don't have a sapper or a chaplain, good luck. Because there's a lot of zombies spawning in from, like, how to describe it, like 3 different tunnels on top, and also one at the bottom, and also they will spawn through the way you just came from. A lot of zombies, and it's gonna be pain in the ass, and this also includes the explosive barrels. So after the barricade is shot down with the help of the cannon, you pull the wagon through. There's also zombies on the other side, so so make sure to take care of them also before pulling the wagon through. And you pull the wagon to the castle, which is like how to say, it's surrounded by water. And then you're gonna need to break the lock with the help of a grenade. So after you throw a grenade into like the weird hole, like T-shaped hole, if I'm correct. T-shaped hole? I have no fucking clue. But after you throw a grenade in there, it breaks the mechanism, and you can get an achievement, by the way, from that. That the thing will basically fall down, and then you have to pull the wagon through. And after you pull the wagon into the castle, you're gonna have to fight your way through into the tower. And after you fight your way into the tower, there will be the sick dude with another healthy dude. And the sick dude will give you a key to the basement. And after you open the basement, it's getting creepy, a lot creepy in there. And it's also pretty wet in there, because there's water, it's gonna slow you down. And as you approach the door in the end of the hallway, it breaks down. And a huge fucking horde will spawn, and you have to defend yourself. So if you don't have a sapper or a chaplain, good luck. Like, yeah, it's a long wave, and also the soundtrack to it, it's kind of weird, but yeah, it's it's a lot of trouble in there, and it's very painful to actually go through. This also includes if you don't have a medic too. So after you fight the huge horde, and also the other sick dude on the top of a tower is infected and dies after by your hand, you will then pull a flag and you win. And it's very painful, and it's definitely the hardest map I've ever seen. But still, it's mainly collect this, collect that map, and then defend. And it's very challenging, and I actually enjoyed it. So B tier it is. So what is this? This is Endless Love. Wait, let me. Love. Is this? Am I high? I have. Is this the farm? Yeah, this is the farm. So you have like options. You have their house. You have also houses you can enter to, and there's also a barn, and there's a ladder on it, and you can also set up defenses, and there's also like a small platform outside in the corner that you can go onto and also set up defenses if you want to reach the wave 35. And this is obviously it's endless, and so you basically play till you die, or unless you reach wave 35 in one life without dying, which I wish you good luck upon on. Okay, good luck. And I'd say this endless map is very good. It's very interesting, and yeah, you will need chaplain, medics, obviously, sappers, and a lot of firepower as well. And there's also, I like that there's a cannon, but I don't think that anyone uses the cannon too much, because it takes a long time to reload, and it will become useless in like after 10 waves or so, unless you can somehow maneuver it properly. So yeah, it's a decently great endless map, or you know what, I think B fits it perfectly. So yeah, good map, and yeah, you have a chance to survive. Then you have the La Haye Sante. I can't read, but this is a endless map. It's like a La Ferme Den Haun, but you will have basically it's like a square, like a house being in a square form, and there's a fire in the middle, and you also have like a lore note in there or something. I don't understand the lore yet. I admit I don't understand the lore, but you over here at this building, you will be able to get up on the ladder, and there's like a long platform in there, and you can set up defenses there. And if you have a Pfeiffer and the Seaman, you will be able to take out a long, huge hordes of dead, because the only way for them, for the zombies and for you, is to go through the ladder, to climb the ladder and to get to the platform. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say, except that they spawn from like I think it's 2, probably 3 spawns point. I admit I spend most of the time being in the barn, but yeah, it's decently good endless map. Then you have the how is this pronounced? Leipzig. So this is a objective map, and so you spawn in a church, you leave the church, you kill zombies, and you make your way into like a alley, and it gives you a warning dead inside. And if you have a chaplain, then it makes the job much easier, because after the door gets broken down by you or by the zombies as well, the chaplain can use the cross or crucifix basically, and can basically stun the enemies, and this makes it much easier for the other players to kill the zombies and to actually try to finish. Then you will go up on the stairs, you will make your way out onto, like, I don't know how you call it, you leave the building on the 2nd floor? What? Some way like that, but there's like a wagon and a lot of zombies, so you need to take care of the zombies first to push the wagon. And there's like a small cemetery where the zombies spawn at, straight up next to the wagon, so careful on that. You push the wagon, you need to push it into the end of the barricade. There's torches, and in total I've counted the torches on how much it counts in total, and it's 16 torches. So after you or your team put 16 torches of flame onto the barricade, it burns down, and you have to push the wagon till the end of the road. There's also additional spawn point for zombies, like from inside a building, also outside of the building, and next to the huge barricade behind on the left, on your left, of course. And you're gonna have to blow up the wagon. You're gonna have to blow up the wagon because there's explosives on it, and you cannot shoot it, so you have to use torch. And if you didn't use torch, like with flame, then good luck fighting the zombies, because they spawn until the gate is blown up. So after the gate is blown up, you will make your way. There's like this house, and there's also 2 cannons on it, but no one really uses them anymore, and it has a bell in it, and it gives you like a warning to not ring the bell yet, because they need to prepare, but obviously there will be always a salty griefer to ring the bell. So yeah, but if you will need like a lot of sappers as well. And there's a lot of zombies spawning in. There's a lot of zombies spawning in because there's a cemetery. You are exactly on a cemetery, I would say. But there's like a wall. There's a gate, right? A metal bore gate. You can set up defenses there, and you have to wait till the NPC arrives to blow itself up and blow the gate as well. So yeah, this happens only after you ring the bell. So after you ring the bell, after a certain amount of time, an epic music plays in, and the gate gets blown up by the dude who also blows himself up. And you have to rush your way through the burning building. Then you go to your right, you jump out of the window, take a left, and you go to the bridge, which by the way has a fuse set up on already, so you have to cross the bridge as fast as you can. And there's also a few zombies. They will not pay that much of a threat, unless you dodge them, of course. And after you make your way through, the bridge blows up, or you blow up and get an achievement. And after you obviously leave, you will get achievements if you've actually made it out in one life. So yeah, good luck on that. But it's a fun map, and it's I would say pretty much A tier. It's my favorite as well. Okay, let's continue. So this is another endless map called Haugo Mode. Haugo Mode? Haugo Mode? How do you pronounce this, please? So this is also like decent map, I would say. It's another endless, of course, and there's like a ramp, and you will be spending your time outside. Obviously you can go indoors as well, but that's not worth it. You're gonna have to stay outside. There's 3 ramps in total. 3 ramps. One is next to like a gateway, I would describe it, and the other 2 are just like next to each other in the back, behind like this water tower or something like that. The map also has a barn, but no one really goes there anyway, because you will be spending your time outside, and yeah. You will need obviously a lot of sappers, and the main strategy that people have realized here is to use like a lot of people that are the shotgun people, the seamen, and with the help of fifers, and that's the strategy that many people use. And also like 2 sappers and 1 medic also, in case something goes wrong, obviously. And so if you want to reach wave 35, just be a seaman and try to kill as many zombies as you can and stay far away as possible. Also there's burning zombies in the corner, bodies burning in the corner. But yeah, it's overall, I would say it's a pretty decent map if you want to grind your achievement. This is the map I recommend, and yeah, it's very good. So A tier. Then you have San Sebastian. So San Sebastian is an objective map, and you have to make your way down to you basically have to make your way down from the hill. You spawn in a castle-like building. You obviously need to open the gate first from the outside, obviously. So after you make your way to outside, you have to hold E to pull a lever out to open the gate. And after you go through, you fight your way through the zombies. Obviously, you make your way through like a, I don't how do you say it? Like a inside cave building type of thing. I have no clue. And then you blow a small shed up for a planks. And after you grab the planks, you're gonna use those planks on spikes after you make your way further down. There are spikes in there. It requires in total 3 planks. And after you put 3 planks with your team in there, you make your way down. But be careful, after, like, near the other shed, there will be red-eyed zombies, and a lot of them. So if you don't have a churchman and or I don't know, sapper, good luck on that. And also there's a spawn point, or not spawn point, but respawn for your team. So after your team spawns, the zombies will obviously be charging in, so use your crucifix as a priest. After you make your way further down, there's like this wheel that requires like 1 dude to 4 people, but obviously if you have more people, it will speed up faster. And also a horde of zombies spawns in like a at the other end of the bunker, I would say. Yeah, that's a spawn point for zombies, and a lot of them are coming in. So obviously have barricade, have a lot of people that are sappers or seamen, and good luck. After you pull the how do you say it? How do you say it? Like the elevator. On the elevator, there's 3 explosive barrels. You have to roll them to the other side of the wall, and then you have to shoot them with your gun for them to blow up. Then you have to use the elevator again, and 1 guy has to go down there. So 1 person goes down to the elevator thing. You put a hay bale on it, and then you have to be pulled out again by the rest of the team, unless they get overrun and killed. Judging that they don't get killed and overrun, you will then have to pull the hay bale to the other side of the wall. You make it fall down, which breaks your fall, not legs, but your fall, obviously. And then you make your way down, and you turn right to fight zombies. As you approach the barricaded house, I do not recommend breaking down the barricade, because that's gonna slow the zombies down, and also the explosive barrel dudes that also spawn in the building. Just make sure to have proper defense, because the horde will be spawning, and it's like a small standoff, I would say. And after a certain amount of time, you will then make your way through the building to then reach the top floor to break down the window to climb on the rooftop. There's also like a barrel zombie in there, and few zombies on the rooftop, and also a huge hole. I do not recommend jumping on it. And then there's like the small hole in the other house, and you jump down unless you are pretty positive that you've killed all the barrel zombies and you have a chaplain. And then you break down a window, and there's also a respawn point. So the players will respawn. Whoever's killed, they will respawn for the last time, and then you fight your way through the fort. You go down the hay bale, and you light on fire the rocket. I don't know how you call it, but it breaks down the door. You fight your way through. And then you have to push open the door. And here's something that I hate, and that is when you are pushing over the door and swinging your sword, and then there's always a barrel. There's sometimes, okay, not always, but sometimes there's a barrel zombie behind the door. So yes, be careful. And as you make your way through, then there's another door with 6 locks. You're gonna have to break them down with your sword or spear or a musket or a pistol, while a zombie horde is spawning behind you. So after the 6 locks are destroyed, you are gonna have to make sure you're gonna have to put a lot of defenses. And there's also 2 cannons on the other side of the... No wait, 1, 2, 3. There's 3, but the 2 I'm gonna talk about are inside, and you have to reposition them to where you came from, because that's the only and that's the only spawn point for zombies, like just outside of the opened door. So like on the like grassy grounds, because there's a cross, like a small cemetery that you also some way or another go through. And I do have to admit, I don't know how you pull out the flare or whatever it is, the rocket. You turn it on, it blows up, and you have the other character dude, I forgot the name of. He pulls out the elevator for you as you are fighting your zombies in there, and it's a huge horde. And as you make your way to the elevator, and as it's gonna begin to be put down, the dude, I think it's Barry gets eaten alive and blown up to shreds, and one of the players have to sacrifice themselves to pull the other team out, and you can get an achievement from that, which is nice. And then you have to defend yourself. It's like a holdout, so you have to have barricades, obviously, a priestman or even an officer, and you're gonna fight your way through and defend your position until a boat arrives, and you jump on the boat, and then the boat sails off. And yeah, that's also how you get another achievement in case you've made this in one life. So yeah, and I would say this is also the first time that I've played Guts and Blackpowder. This is the first map that I've played on, and so despite its issues, it's a very good map. So B tier it is. Then you have a endless. It's a village on a mountain, if I'm correct. And yeah, it's a village on a mountain, and there's like this space in the middle that you can have a lot of barricades in. Obviously, a lot of buildings are accessible, like every building except for the church or something like that. The church is not accessible. It has, the church itself has like a ladder on top, and you can climb to the top, but also the zombies too. So yeah. There's also a building that has a balcony on it you can also be at. There's also another building that has like a much larger balcony to your left as you spawn, and also another building that has like a very small balcony that you can jump on the other balcony. And in the middle there's like a crucifix at the end, and yeah, just don't fall off the cliff and you will be pretty much fine. And I would say this is rather very challenging endless mode, because like there's not much space, and your movement is very much limited. So yeah, so good luck grinding to wave 35. So C tier it is then. Then you have lastly the Vardo House Fortress, and it's a objective and endless map. So let me talk about the objective first. The objective is you need to find a swab and a round shot. The round shot is found next to a building just across of you in a shed-like building, I would say. And the swab is next to like this long house, and you pick it up, and then you make your way to the basement. The basement is just behind where you've spawned in the like a red building. So as you make your way down to the basement, there's a cannon, and then you put the round shot and swap, and then you shoot the cannon, and you grab a shovel. And I do have to admit, I don't know where you get the rocket from. Like, I don't know how you turn the rocket on. So I have to admit, I don't know that, and I apologize. Then after you have a shovel, you have to mine your way through the snow. I think it's four snows in total, and the shovel, I think it's like 20 clicks or so. I don't know, I forgot. But as you dig your way through, you then go to like this church, and then there's like a small cemetery in there. You have to dig a corpse to get a key, and then you have to open the door. I'm just joking with you. You do not open the door, you break them down, because the door doesn't open in this new update due to and the door being stuck in the ground, and they just do not open, so you tore the door down to shreds, which is which the game doesn't allow you until you get the key. So this is unfortunately doesn't make much sense. And then you have like the lighthouse, you have the middle of the dock, and there's also on the left you have 2 cannons with canister rounds and the round shots. So you can choose if you want to use the cannon, but I recommend to use the cannon, at least the one guy to be on the cannons, and have like a barricade in there as well for protection, so he can make his way through. But obviously I think he will die, but it doesn't really, I think, matter. So you're gonna have to get a lot of barricades and obviously spikes as well. So in the middle of the deck, that's where the ship will be coming from. And the way to activate this ship is by turning on the lighthouse. And as you turn on the lighthouse, a huge horde will be spawning in with a lot of gunpowder gunpowder zombies. And after a certain amount of time, a ship will arrive with a dude with a shotgun, the guy with a steering wheel on the rope, and another dude as a watchtower, and they will be assisting you shooting down zombies, which is very cool, very dope, and I love it. And you then board the ship, and you sail away, and that's how you basically win and get the achievement. And let me quick like objective wise, I would put this into B tier. Now let's go to the endless wise. So it's as I said, it's a god damn it, it's a very small space. Obviously, as I said, there's this long house, the basement house, the house with the second floor, and then there's like other small houses I forgot about. But yeah, it's very difficult to survive on endless to reach wave 35, and so I believe that the endless wise, it goes to the awful E tier. It's definitely the worst endless to ever possibly play. So yeah, this is my tier list. I hope you enjoyed. Even though I will leave this unedited, I apologize for leaving this unedited, but I have another plan in mind, and feel free to disagree with me. I do not know much of the lore, and I only do it for gameplay wise. So yeah, I thank you for watching. Don't forget to eat some parsley, and make sure to join my Discord as well. And I am very happy that I finally decided to make this, because I will be reviewing it later. So thank you for watching, don't forget to eat some parsley, and have a good day, and goodbye.